Chapter 3 of Season 2 of MLB 24 is here, and the cards are insane. So many good Team Affinity cards to get, and you're going to want to get them fast because you got 27 days to use them before you lose them when the next season hits. So we're talking the best way to get Team Affinity done quickly. Leave a like down below on the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and comment down below what some of your favorite TA cards are. I'll probably do a video talking and showcasing some tomorrow if you guys want it. Let's get into it. So once again, they're back with Team Affinity, and there's some changes. A big change is they made the cards better than normal. There's so many good cards. I've got a chance to use a bunch of them so far, and this is, in my estimation, the best way to get the programs done fast. Now, I do generally recommend that you stick to one division first. I was streaming, so it was a little bit more difficult to do it, but I would prioritize one division at a time. And I do think the AL East, a little sneak peek, is probably one of the best, if not the best division. So I would start there. And to be honest, a big thing that's changed the past 2 months within the chapters of Team Affinity has been the exchanges. They are so much better than they were the initial part of MLB The Show 24 because they just net you not only your first card, but you don't have to spend an arm and a leg in order to do it. And if you follow my #1 tip of MLB The Show, don't clean your binder. Be a lazy bastard. It really pays off. And if you go to showzone.gg, you can actually check to see what the cheapest cards are to get the exchanges done. Simply go in and look at the exchange cost. 150,000 exchange points is the highest that you need for any mission. And then you can go ahead and see, well, for example, I want the American League East to be done. You can go and click the AL East. You can just click the whole division, and it'll show you these cards. You can see which ones will be the cheapest. I should remind you, the cheapest will typically be more cards that you have to buy, so it really depends. If you want to go ahead and be Daddy Warbucks and do all the expensive cards, it will go faster, but if you want to save a buck or a lot, you pick the cheaper cards. It'll pay off for you. And like I mentioned, if you do all 4 of those exchanges, you'll find yourselves at 60,000 Team Affinity points, which, well, boom, already nets you your first pick in the pack. You mentioned Cal Ripken Jr., David Ortiz, Bernie Williams, Carlos. Well, you're probably only picking these 3. Let's be honest. And then 60K is a great launching pad. I should remind you, you don't have to do the exchanges. I just think they're a great thing to do. And then from there, I would say the Extreme Showdown is a good shout. I will remind you, you don't have to do it, and it is a little bit difficult. You do have all right-handed pitchers that you're facing this time, so it does make it a little bit more clear-cut in the draft who you should pick. Left-handers, so you're always going to be at the advantage, either lefty batters or switch hitters. I also think guys that can bunt, like Tim Raines, even though his bunting stat isn't that high on this card at 36 drag bunt, the 99 speed, I was 3 for 3. Every time I tried for a bunt hit, I got it. So guys like that are going to be great. Also, a big tip, when you're down 5 runs or more, I think it starts at 4 runs, they will not try and throw you out on a stolen base attempt. So you're essentially going to get a free triple out of a single. So that's going to be important. And generally speaking, just make sure that you don't hit into double plays. If you're going to be missing the PCI, try and be under it rather than being on top of it. And then, like I said, pick lefties, pick switch hitters. Positions do not matter. You do want power, because a home run's a lot more valuable than a single for you, and you should be able to get it done. I was able to get the showdown done on my first try. I know it is a bit difficult, but if you follow those tips, I think you're going to be able to do it. And then, of course, when it comes to the quirks, or the perks rather, just make sure you pick something like Hero Time, Exit Velo Boost for the whole time that you're going to have it, because it's always later than the 7th inning, or Green Light while you're ahead of the count. Hero Time is one of the best that you could pick, so I'd always recommend to grab that. And Rally Time, you're pretty much losing in every scenario here too, so both of those are going to be huge additions. And if you get the Extreme Showdown done, you're going to get 20,000 TA points in the AL East, the NL East, and every other division. 120k TA points for playing, 5 moment challenges? You can do it. Past that, I do think the moments are worth doing. There's a moment challenge for all of the bosses at 3k a pop. It's 15,000 to do 5 moment challenges, which none of them are too difficult. Typically veteran difficulty and getting an extra base hit, a home run, a couple of strikeouts. Pretty clear cut. 15,000 TA points, that's going to be very helpful. And from there on, I would say you're probably going to want to do the missions. There is a Conquest. We'll jump over to that. Team Affinity Season 2 Chapter 3 Conquest. Now for this one, if you do it once, if you play all the Stronghold games, which is 6, you're going to get 10k TA points for every division. So 60,000, which is pretty good for only having to play 6 games, but you might want to also do the Shark map. This is back. Of course, it's one of the most prized possessions in the DD community on the Diamond Dynasty Iceberg. The Shark map year in, year out gives so many great free packs, and this time is no different. You're going to see a guaranteed headliner pack. You've got a home run derby choice pack, another guaranteed headliner pack, and a ton more. An all-star pack, a vault pack, really good stuff. So I'd probably recommend doing this first, because you can still get missions done in the Conquest and you're going to get so much free stuff while also maximizing the profitability of the cards in those packs. Because if they're giving them out for free, it typically causes prices to go down. There's not so much value when there's so much in circulation, right? So when it comes to the Team Affinity programs, then I would just say do this for the Shark map or the other Conquest. It really depends. You will get TA points for the Chapter 3 Conquest, but not the Shark, just for the missions. Which, once you get your first couple boss players, look at this. Get 12,500 TA points for 5 hits with action figure Bernie Williams, which is really good. And then you look at these division-specific AL East Season 2 players, repeatable 1,000 PXP nets you 7,500, and then the Season 2 AL East bosses like Anthony Santander, Jackson Frazier, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., that's also 5,000. So if you're going to stack with one division at a time, if you load it up with those past bosses and the guys that you have from the current program, like Bernie Williams, David Ortiz, you're going to be blowing through progress. It's going to be very, very fast. But something I should mention, we're back to, you probably should pick pitchers first, because if you look at the missions here for boss stat missions, Greg Maddux, 5 strikeouts, is going to be quicker than hitting 3 home runs with Mike Lowell. It absolutely is going to pay off for picking pitchers first if you want to overall get the program done fast and go towards the collections, because there's even more good stuff there. 2 new 99s, Max Scherzer and Giancarlo Stanton, on top of yet another card that we haven't yet seen. And the Stanton card is maybe the best in the game. He's definitely the best Stanton that we've seen to date. But you're also going to get a free All-Star game pack, a Home Run Derby pack, an MLB Draft pack. It pays to do Team Affinity. Past that, if you're looking for more progress, they did increase the points for vouchers. So for mini seasons and Showdown, it's 3,500 per voucher, which is a little bit more than it was previously. And if you follow those quick and easy steps, you're gonna breeze by the Team Affinity programs and have an actual chance to use these cards. Because again, clock is ticking. We're looking at just about 26 days until Season 3 comes and the restrictions hit for using cards that you earned with your own time. I don't love it, but that's how it is. And that's how we get through Team Affinity. So let me know in the comments section how you guys are enjoying the brand new content drop in MLB 24. And if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like down below. Thank you all for watching.